Okay, thought I'd just do a video on taking out the heaters in a coaster bus. Two of them, one just as you walk in and one down the back there. And a hose you have to block off from the heating system. Basically you just have to undo them and pull them out. So I'm going to go ahead and just undo the bolts underneath. I'll show you where they are, what size spanners or socket sets you need. Okay, so I'm under the bus, basically in line with the passenger side door. It opens up obviously. It's got a couple of heater hoses and an electrical connector that you need to disconnect. Probably have to cut it to get it up through the actual floor to pull it out. But the hoses run back up to the front of the engine, obviously to the cooling system, which heats the heaters up. So they're going to have to be blocked off, and I'll show you what I did for them. But yeah, you've got your 4 bolts. Actually there's only 3, sorry. There's 1, 2, 3. That's the electrical connector. And then basically just pulls up out of the floor once you've disconnected all that and undone the nuts. Okay, so I'm lucky, I've got a 10mm rattle gun, just a Makita rattle gun thing, and I've got a tube 10mm socket on there. Easiest way to do it. So I'll just whip them off. The first one that I took off, it's got the electrical thing on it, so it makes it easier to pull the plug out. Just another thing too, pull the plug out and then cut your wires from the heater after you pull the plug out, otherwise you might short something out. Shouldn't be any live wires there with the ignition off, but just to make sure, pull the plug out, then cut the wires so they come up the hole really easy, because the plug is too big to fit up through there. Okay, so the first 2, last one I have to use a just a spanner. I'm lucky I've got a ratchet one, so it makes it really easy. Okay, I couldn't get the plug apart, so I'm just going to cut the wires one by one. And obviously I'm going to tape them up. And I'll just cut the whole lot. So it just all slides out nicely up the hole there. They're also held up by these just little clamp things. I'm just undoing them. Take the whole lot of the hose stuff out, it's not needed anymore. Just 10mm socket, that's all I've used for the whole lot. Another couple of clamps just taken off. So all the pipe will just, oh, bit of dirt. It's going down towards the back one. So I'm sort of working my way down. Just at the back I've cut the plug, cut them one at a time, taped them all up. I'm just gonna cable tie it back up there. Yeah, it's a bit greasy back here because of obviously the uni joint right there, but that's the back one. So you will get a bit of coolant. I've just basically cut them, pulled them off the heaters, and once you've got all the bolts out and everything cut, they just pull straight out from inside, really easy. I've taken all the hose out all the way along. I'm just going to cut them and pull them out, and they're just not hanging there for no reason, because they're not going back in. Okay, and you just pull them out straight up, and that's it. Okay, 13 to 27mm hose clamps, 5/8 plugs is what I'm using, and I'm just pulling the hoses off the metal part under the bus, which I'll show you, and basically plugging it up like that. Basically there's 2 metal pipes that come down. I'm just pulling the pipe off and basically plugging them up. You're going to get a bit of coolant over you regardless. I'm just going to pull it off and quickly put the bung on, hopefully, and then just put the hose clamp on and tighten it up. Okay, so what I've done is I've slid back the clamps. They're just like a crimp together pull them back. I use long nose pliers. I've cut the hose so it comes off really easy, just loosen it up a bit, and I'm just going to pull it off now and then put the bung on. It wasn't too bad, didn't really lose much coolant at all, so that's one done basically. Clamp on. Do it up and you're done. Okay, so basically I put one on that way, just using a short stubby screwdriver. Just doing that. This one's pretty well done up, so just use a normal screwdriver for that one. Alright, that's basically how I did it. I know people stick things in the rubber pipe, but I didn't like the idea of the rubber pipe and having two joins. It's just one join basically. No worries. Make sure you top up your coolant. Make sure you don't do it when it's hot, because yeah, otherwise the coolant will get over you. I didn't lose too much when I did this part, so okay, no worries.